guys, this is another Ed Talk. So first I want to start with the ending of classroom management. Essentially the ending, we were able to use everything that we learned up to this point to create our own plan. And so it asks us a few questions, so I just want to start off with, I'm going to go in order of each thing that it said and kind of talk about what I would do in my own classroom. Right now I'm in a 10th and 11th grade English class where the population is primarily Latino and white. For the physical design, I hope that my class will be organized, clutter-free, have a kind of a positive environment. I'm going to have modified seating available for students that can kind of serve as a treat, but can also be very effective for my students with special needs. I will have anchor charts on the walls, relevant posters up. The desks are going to be arranged in pairs facing each other. So the pairs aren't going to be facing each other. The room's going to be split in half, and those desks are going to be facing towards the center of the classroom in pairs. So that's going to make it easier to group students. It makes it easier to talk to the whole class. It's a little less traditional, less military style, I guess you can say, but it's still easy to clean. My teacher desk is going to be in the back of the class because I don't feel like a teacher should ever have their desk in the front, kind of just staring at the kids. It's easier if the teacher's desk is in the back of the class. I'll also have a class library that features a wide variety of authors, not just white males. And my daily agenda will be posted on the whiteboard in the front of the room. As far as rules and routines go, I'm going to develop the rules and routines before the class even meets the first time. I'm going to teach them the first week of class, and whenever we need to kind of revisit them, we'll do so. We'll revisit them in case the students forget, in case the students are kind of acting out. Those will be there. They're going to be very basic rules, such as respecting one another, only having one person talk at a time. I don't mind if students use a restroom, but I just want them to ask me before they do. Stuff like that. In terms of relationships, to develop the relationships with my students, I'm going to create opportunities to learn about them outside of the educational kind of curriculum. What they do in their free time, how their family's like, what they dislike, what they like. I'll also attend sporting events and other events that they participate in that are school functioned, whether it be debates, speeches, theater presentations, and sports, obviously. To create the sense of community in my classroom, I'm going to have my students working in rotating groups. So they're going to always be working with new people and getting to know new people. But that first week of class, I'm actually going to have them present on one of their classmates. So I'm going to randomly group them, and they're going to have to learn everything about their classmates that they possibly could want to and present that so we can all get to know each other better. In terms of creating effective and engaging instruction, in order to engage the students, I'm going to really incorporate the multiple intelligence into my lessons, so that way all the students are able to achieve things in different areas that they're successful in. Grammar in English is particularly boring to high school students, something that they really would just rather not do. It's probably more painful than going to the dentist for some of them. And so in order to incorporate grammar, instead of having just a dedicated unit just to pounding out all the grammar and really boring my students to death, I'm going to incorporate into everyday lessons, perhaps even having my bell work each day just be a little bit of grammar, and then also, of course, editing essays and stuff of that kind of sort. As far as discipline goes, misbehaviors in my class are going to have clear consequences, that when they get their syllabus and they have to take it home with them, sign it with their parents, there's going to be a clear list of the rules, consequences, and the student and the parent will both sign it so that we are all on the same page. When consistent misbehaviors come up, I'm going to be using a behavior modification plan that I will create with the student in question. And no matter what, the consequences are going to be directly related to the misbehavior in my class. Next we have what should I do? And what should I do? Essentially the ending really taught me this. Teachers are constantly forced between choosing what's right and what's best for their students, which obviously those are two very difficult things to choose between. What's right is obviously what's right, and what's best is what's best. And so there's often not going to be a clear direction, but we need to take the what should I do and ask what can I do, and then decide what will I do. And we don't have to do this alone. teachers oftentimes feel kind of ostracized from their co-workers, I guess you could say, because they're stuck in a classroom. But we need to be able to talk to other teachers and kind of get advice, because nobody's perfect. In teaching the taboo, we have to remember that students don't remember the content that much as they remember how you made them feel, how you helped them deal with the difficulties in their life, etc. Sometimes you need to bring lessons outside of the curriculum. And they use the slam poetry example, where how students who were failing English were now super interested and they were trying hard. And that's all because teachers make it culturally relevant. And so when you allow your students to express their own voices in something that they're actually interested in, even if it's using slang and all of that, it shows that who they are outside of school isn't less important than who they are in school. And so we really need to just kind of remember this whenever we're kind of getting stuck and feel like our lessons are boring and our students aren't engaged. We need to teach taboo. Students need to be allowed to challenge convention, question common sense in their everyday lives. By teaching the taboo, we're looking for the truths in a world of lies, and we're able to bring light to stuff that students have been suppressed from. Thank you.